why the government arrested my brother. What was the problem? We forced the education ministry and education minister to reopen the closed school. After that, we were success to reopen 100 of the school in the rural area of Afghanistan. The girls from 6 to 12 class, the school are banned, and they from university, they banned the universities, and from their job, from their all rights, and from media, from many offices which they were working there.
Hello, my name is Zishan Kaskar and you are watching The Wire. Today in the video, we shall listen to Ataullah Wesa, an Afghani activist who is raising his voice for the education of girls in Afghanistan. His brother, Matiullah, is an educational activist who launched widespread campaigns across Afghanistan for the reopening of schools for girls after the Islamic Emirate of Taliban banned female students from grade 7 to 12 from going to their schools. Matiullah was arrested on March 27, 2023, while he was returning from evening prayer at the mosque. As his arrest completed 6 months, Amnesty International released a statement for his release. It has to be noted that since the Taliban took over the government in August 2021, there has been a constant backsliding in terms of women's rights in Afghanistan. Initially, Taliban said that it will continue education for women, but just within a month, they announced a ban on high school education of girls. Situation worsened in December last year when the Taliban banned women from entering universities. In such a scenario, Matiullah Wesa kept on advocating for women's rights to education, and with his 2,400 volunteers of the Pen Path campaign, he travelled across 20 out of 34 provinces in Afghanistan working towards reopening of schools. After his arbitrary arrest in March 2023, his brother Ataullah went into hiding. Today, Ataullah speaks with The Wire from an undisclosed location outside Afghanistan. It's after 6 months of his brother's arrest that Ataullah Wesa has finally got a chance to express his thoughts.
When they arrested from the 27th of March, and there was no thing in his case. He's an innocent people, a guy. He worked for our society, and I and him work together for marginalized people in the rural area of Afghanistan, but the free people of our country, and that we reopened the a hundred a hundred closed school in the many areas of Afghanistan, which they was closed, like sometime the Taliban closed it that school, and sometime other, like one reason was corruption, one reason was the fight, the war area, and one was um, um, the Taliban. Sometimes they close the school, and we talk to the people. We create their mentality. We talk to the media, and we forced many governmental people. We forced the education ministry and education minister to reopen the closed school. After that, we were success to reopen 100 of the school in the rural area of Afghanistan. Big marginalized part of education was the girls in rural areas of Afghanistan, because there were no school, there were no specific school for them. After the Taliban, when they controlled the Afghanistan, they took over Kabul. After that, they banned the girls from schools from 6 to 12th grade, and after that, they banned from universities too. And that is the big problem for all, because when a society, when nation have no educated girls, have no educated women, that will be in very bad situation and the next, because they cannot to they will be have no access to the many things, like There will be have no information of their basic rights, about everything, about Islam, about their religions, about their rights, about the right of the society, about the right of the nation, about the right of everything, like about the technology. This is the big problem for the generation. Businessman of the United Arab Emirates, he gave 100 scholarship to Afghan girls. They were successful in their examination, but the Taliban banned them from the airport. They did not allow to them, and that is so bad for their right, because that the education, they get education of that is the right of everyone. But the Taliban banned them from their traveling to the UAE.
Yeah.
In many districts of Afghanistan, we have no teacher, we have no doctor, we have no other in other part of the society to work for women. That is a big problem. That in the last we had 91 district of Afghanistan, there was no woman teacher, no girl teachers. That is my request. Why the government arrested my brother? What was the problem? As a person which he worked for many years, for more than the decades, like for 15 years, is he blamed? He worked for, he have a big volunteer team around all Afghanistan. He traveled to the 34 provinces of Afghanistan. He worked with the people to coordinate the people to have to solve their problem, like their health rights, their education right, to and their job right, and their other right, which they are deprived from their basic rights. Why they arrested this guy? Arrested him, they very unjustified, unjustly, because that is not justice. Why they arrested? They are not blamed. And like now in Afghanistan, we have many cases which the people they are arrested. They are very innocent people, but they have no system for this. That is the crime. But that the Taliban, their intelligence, their other department are blamed in these cases, and like they are blamed. And this is the in the girls case, in the woman case, they are blamed because this is the gender apartheid.
So that was Ataullah Wesa. His words truly were concerning and raises many questions about the Taliban rule. In June, the UN's mission to Afghanistan said that 1,095 civilians were killed and 2,679 wounded between August 15, 2021 and May this year. Women's freedom has drastically gone down. In the recent development, women were banned from entering the famous Bande Amir National Park. Beauty salons for women were also asked to shut down. Sharia district courts are responsible for resolving all legal, personal and financial issues. A New Yorker documentary titled Swift Justice shows how a Sharia court in Afghanistan operates. In the first scene, it shows how a man accused of theft is punished by whipping on his legs despite there being no evidence to support that he actually committed the crime. The same film also shows a woman getting relief from the Sharia court after the death of her husband. Despite that, the freedom of women in Afghanistan under the Taliban rule is seriously a matter of grave concern. As Amnesty International has noted, the Taliban de facto authorities must immediately reverse their decision and allow these female students to travel and study. Otherwise, the Talibani aspiration of being a recognized state will hardly have any takers. That's it from me. This is Zishan Kaskar and you were watching The Wire.